Hello everyone, it's Tristan from Crafting Worlds. Did you know Crafting Worlds is a community? Check out the link in the description below, but come join us. It's on our Discord and we like to chat about keyboards, lifestyle, desks, office setups, you name it, we just chat about it. Chatting is fun. Anyway, join in the link below. Now, this is a review that I have been putting off for some time because I couldn't figure out how to do it, and a lot of like Hall effect boards were coming out, and it was just, so I was overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff here on my desk and all the other boards kind of took priority, to be honest. There was like a low profile Hall effect. There was the acoustics. There was a bunch of really good Hall effects, but I feel like this didn't get the time it deserved. And at the price that these are, I feel like they are really good competitors in the 75% Hall effect space. And I really want to talk about them. I wanted to compare these two because I know they're not, they're not both 8K, but I feel like the 8K version, you're compromising on a little too much to get that 8K versus you go with the 1K and you get so much more. You get so much more out of this board and such a better experience. There's two keyboards here. One is the L5 HE, and this is a Kickstarter, right? And then it was a Kickstarter at least. And then there's the P1 HE, and this is available and has been for a while. Now, Lemokey and Keychron for their Hall effect boards, they use their own exclusive switches. Now on the P1 HE, you have three different kinds. You have a purple one, which is like middle ground, then you have a lighter one, and then you have a heavier one. So there's three options, but that's it. You can't use like your Geon Raws or anything like that. So you're limited to what they have. That being said, their switches are good. And they have a nice feel to them, and they are very accurate, and you get good software with both of these keyboards. And so that's not the problem. Actually, that's the bonus. The big bonus here is that all of these keyboards are fantastic buys, but they both kind of cater to different people. And I wanted to compare the two because I was like, man, these are so similar. Like, which one would I use? And it's a really tough choice because on one hand, you have the new one, right? The 8K one. And yeah, I mean, it is a gamer focused keyboard. And so it's right here, right? And all of the key presses are like super, super hard. Ooh, look, I match. But they're like super solid. There's no wiggle at all. I mean, it feels fantastic. This is right up there with the acoustics board. Now, the thing that gets me on this board is that, and I need to look this up, it only comes with a Lemokey ultra-fast line magnetic switch, and that is proprietary to this board. None of the Nebula switches or any of the other Lemokey or Keychron Hall effect switches fit in this board. You can only have one switch. And it was like, well, that's a weird choice, right? Like, that's a really weird choice. Like the acoustics, for instance, they have their own switch that has a larger magnet and is very solid like this. But they allow you to put like your Jade Pros and stuff like that in there. But this doesn't. So that was tough. And then this version specifically, and I made a short about this when it first came out, has these like see-through keycaps. And they don't give you, when you buy it, the modifier keys. Like they don't give you the plain keys to like replace these. And the sound is just really bad when the sound on these keys is very good. So I was like, man, well, that's a weird choice. Visually very stunning, but then you have weird keys that make it sound weird and also like sticky, and you don't want to get sticky keys when you're playing and you have a sweaty, this is the gamer focused one, right? And these get sticky, like your fingers get stuck on them because of the plastic that they are. They're really cheap plastic, it feels like. And so I don't know what this was about. And when I brought this up, they actually were like, hey, let's send you the red one. And I was like, okay, cool. So again, so many keyboards, and this is why I haven't done this review, is that like, I was like, okay, I'm overwhelmed now. But here it is without any of those modifier keys in clear. And honestly, a much nicer looking design. Like the red escape, the pure black, nothing crazy over here and here. It's got a really nice, I mean, they lost out here because they could have made that red. I think that would have looked great. So you lose that little red accent, but the button is red and it's just, I don't know, this is just sleeker to me. And the sound, much nicer on your stabilizer keys and spacebar. So overall, I would say absolutely just skip. If you're looking to buy this, skip this one. Unless they start offering you the keys that are solid to replace the see-throughs, skip this. This is not the one you want. I'm telling you, the sound is, and the feel, the texture of the keys are not good for gaming. And this is absolutely gaming. 8K, really fast, solid keys. If you want like a really good $200 gaming Hall effect board, this is right up there. And I'm so mad that I haven't reviewed it until now because I feel like I've been giving higher price boards a little bit more space and I shouldn't be. I should be giving you guys options here, but there's the catches, and the catches to me are that this only supports one switch. The knob is weird. So that's where the there's so many weird things. So I got this one first, okay? And this is the Lemokey P1 HE. And this, I'm telling you, this is probably my favorite Lemokey Hall effect board ever made. The sound of the switches in this board out of the box are the thockiest things I have ever heard. The knob is tactile and feels fantastic. It just has a nice grip. And then this one came out, which you would think is like the successor, right? But no, it's stiffer. It doesn't feel as nice to type on. This has a better gasket mount system. This one is much softer to type on. And then this one is just like pure gamer speed. So there's a lot going on. Okay, I think we should look at some of the specs because I feel like specs are important for these, and we'll definitely do a sound test to compare all of these, but let's take a look at that first. Let me move some of this out of the way. Hello, lovely people. How are you? Okay, so let's take a look at here. Here's the Lemokey P1 HE. This is only a 1K pulling, but you get the Gatoron magnetic double rail switches, and that means that if you go over to Keychron's website, you have three different choices here. You have the Dawn, which is a lighter press. You have the Nebula, which is the one that it comes with. And then you have the Aura, which is a harder press. All of these are good. There's nothing wrong with these switches. And you have the option to pick different switches. And that was like really cool to me because I don't know why Keychron and Lemokey basically do this. I don't know why they're putting their own proprietary switches. I feel like it's a huge mistake and they're missing out on a lot of the market because of it. I know a lot of people want to pick their switches. For me, instance, I like my Geon Raws. I like my my Owl switches. There are very specific switches that I like in my Hall effects. And while I like the Nebulas, they're not my favorite, but they are definitely high up there. They are one of the smoothest and best sounding for sure. So yeah, I just don't get that choice though. So you have this here, and they don't even let you choose here, which is odd. But you can pick white, you can pick black, you can get the shine through, which by the way, the shine through is pretty decent on this. And we're going to get to that in a second because there's compromises going on depending on what you pick. So you can also get this one in a black without shine through, and it has these green keys, which they're all right. It's not bad. Yeah. So this is like, if you're a little bit more casual, you don't care about 8K gaming, and you want something that sounds good and feels good right out of the box. Like this thing is a beast with sound. Also, tri-mode connectivity, wireless, Bluetooth, and wired. Kills it. And it has the Keychron launcher. I'm not going to go into the Keychron launcher. Watch my other videos for a breakdown on that. All I'm going to say is that the Keychron launcher absolutely rocks. The software for all of these rocks. Keychron has lock down their software. So you also get analog mode and all that stuff too. And with Keychron, you can choose ISO layouts and stuff like that. You have your 1K hertz, you have the good foam, you have the magnetic switch, you have the double shot PBT keycaps, you have the gasket design, you have hot swappable full metal body, adjustable actuation point, blah, blah, blah. There's the switch that you get with it. You've got all of the Hall effect goodness. I mean, it doesn't need to be said. Here's your cool software. We don't need to launch it. It looks great. Check out my other videos on like the Q3 or the Q6 and you can see all about the Keychron launcher. And yeah, it's got the 2.4 gigahertz at 1000 hertz polling rate with wireless. And I've used it and it works fantastic. Connects like that. Laptop, PC, whatever. And the battery life is fantastic. Bluetooth 5.2, really good. You can support up to 3 devices. Like, it's good. And it just, I don't know. This one to me sounds and feels like the more polished keyboard, and it's cheaper. It's actually about $40 cheaper, so $169, and so that's a great buy-in for a Hall effect keyboard. Now, how important that 8K polling is to you, I guess that will define whether or not you like this. But look at the inside, like they really worked on the sound. And I don't know about you, but if you've gotten a Hall effect keyboard, you know the space bar never sounds good out of the box, but that is a really, really good sound. So they did a good job. That's the P1 in a nutshell, right? So let's take a look at the L5 HE. So this one comes with ISO, fully assembled with dust cover. Oh my God. Dust cover, by the way, means like a piece of plastic. Anyway, you can get it fully assembled with the knob, and you can get it with this cyber color, which I'm telling you, do not get this. You will not like the sound, and you'll not like if your fingers get a little sweaty, they just stick to these. Don't get it. If you want a good one, get the red one, the Dark Master, or the Down Master, which is the white one. Although the color scheme on this one, I don't know. Some people might like it. I don't. I think this is very nice. I just really do wish that they made the back of it that like red, like they did with the green on the cyber. So there's like little things that you have to compromise on here and there. You do get ISO on this. So for those across the seas, you have that option. So this is 8K goodness. And yeah, see how it has like a really cool RGB strip on the back and everything. Like it's well done and it is solid. It is a very solid thing, but it doesn't sound as good. And it's stuck on one switch. I'm telling you, this is like the IQNX Gaming 75%, $209 keyboard from Lemokey. The sound is hollow, but the performance is insane. You have to really kind of balance. Do you want good sound or do you want the max performance? Like, what is the most important to you? Also, like the RGB on this one is not as bright as the one on the desk. Here, check this out. So the RGB on this one is just absolutely stunning. Very bright. I love this little backlight strip. It's super bright. This one, not so much. You can kind of see that it's a little bit muted, and this one is a little bit brighter. Super bright, like really bright RGB and LEDs. And then this one is just like a little bit muted, not as bright. And I was like, man, that sucks. Because like I really like this one and I like the north facing. Whereas the north facing on this was just like boom in your face. It's got to be the switches or it's the board. I don't know. But these LEDs are just brighter than this one. The other weird thing is the scroll wheel. So this is a really nice clicky knob. And this one is like very hard to reach because of the way they designed it. Like it's just a weird, it goes in like up and in. And it's very hard to grip with your fingers. Whereas this one, super easy to grip. It's even got little like teeth on the sides. Very easy to grip. Very fun. This is also lighter than this. This is much heavier. I don't know if that matters to any of you. The angles are slightly different. This one's a little bit higher and this one's a little bit lower. You cannot adjust those angles. They are stuck the way that they are. And yeah. This one has a weighted plate on the bottom. This one does not. Yeah, and then, it says customize your typing experience, but you can't swap it for anything else. It's a weird choice. You can use this little switch on the back to go between the different polling rates, which is great, 1,000, 2,000, and 8,000. So that's pretty cool. It's got the same dampening and stuff on the insides for the acoustics. You've got all the rappy tappy and dynamic trigger and all that stuff. You have it all. And yeah, there's your switch. It's a really tough call because the experience that I got. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to talk about. The L5 comes with different mounting options in the box, so you can change the way it feels, meaning you can make it stiffer or more give. It comes with the screwdrivers to get it open, comes with a keycap puller, and it comes with actually a pretty nice braided cable. So that's pretty cool that you can like change your mounting style on the go. Now opening your board it's not like it's a latch system, so it's not going to be super easy, but that's a nice little addition. So what's the conclusion here? The conclusion is quite simple. I have no idea, and it's why I haven't done these reviews yet. Like, I don't know how to recommend these because they're really good boards, both of them. This one is it just sounds and so the fact that like they released a board that just sounds bleh, compared to this one, which just sounds like, oh, amazing. It has a really nice knob. And then they had the audacity to put better RGB in this one versus that one. How dare they? So this is how I would go. If you need 8K polling, you want the best, the most stable performance that you can get for gaming. Like you are professional, and you don't mind that it's only one switch type, only one, then this one is your choice. And you don't mind that the knob is weird and very hard to grab. It's such a weird, the design on that is so weird. Seriously, I'm not joking when I say this. Skip this one. Do not get the one with the plastic keycaps. It's terrible. I'll give you a sound test at the end. So yeah, so if you're like a hardcore gamer, that's the one. Now, if you're a casual gamer and you travel, because this is lighter, and you want the tri-mode connectivity, and you want 3 different switch options, and you want the better sound and typing experience, and you also game, then the P1 is like a no-brainer, especially because it's cheaper. So cheaper, really nice RGB, really nice design, really good sound, great knob, great connectivity, great weight, really beautiful, just well made. And you get all that nice software from the Keychron launcher as you would with the L5. And then if you want just hardcore gaming and you want it to feel as solid as humanly possible, and you don't care about sound and you don't care about the knob, then the L5 for $200 and a proprietary switch. See what I'm saying? I really think, honestly, this is the buy for everyone. This is the way to go. You get the P1 and you get that really, really amazing experience. I don't know any other Hall effect board out there that sounds and feels like this out of the box. It is one of a kind in terms of like enjoyable. So I've used this nonstop, and that tri-mode connectivity is just a killer. It's an absolute killer. I have this connected to my laptop 24/7. I love this board so much. If you're in the market for a 75% and you've been looking at the Lemokey line, I wanted to compare these two because I know they're not both 8K, but I feel like the 8K version, you're compromising on a little too much to get that 8K versus you go with the 1K and you get so much more. You get so much more out of this board and such a better experience. With that said, I've been talking way too much. I really didn't know how to do this review, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Let's do a sound test. And as always, if you liked the video, a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down twice. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.